fathers are better to laying down ground rules and not moving on them and not capitulating to a screaming, crying child. Where my father was the same way. My father was the iron bar and my mother was the feather. And I could usually talk her into something. My father, not at all. So I'd talk, and then I'd say to my dad, "Oh, I'm going over to spend the weekend at so-and-so's house." And he's like, "Says who?" I'd say, "Mom said I could go." "Oh, she did?" "Yeah." Because you always go to mom. Because moms are easier to convince. I'm her little baby boy. Dad didn't think that way. So he was like, "The hell you are? You're going to help me around the house fixing stuff." They say many argue economics must be the difference. They're wrong. I'm not going to read down through this because I don't want to make this an hour long, but they argue the economics must be the difference, but they're wrong. It's not that. They say the devil is in the detail, and to understand what's going on, we must look at the details. We must break down the data. Let me see if I can find the snippet that says it. They say what's really going on. Firstly, it's much easier on average for a single father to fill his children's lives with strong and positive female influences than it is for a single mother to fill her children's with strong and positive male influences. Why is that? Because a single father who is strong and successful is still desirable. It's still desirable. Women who have kids, not desirable. Because the qualities that men have, which is income and being powerful and being successful and being strong and being a protector, well, that still holds true even if he's a father. Women, fertility, youth, beauty, etc., that goes away most of the time when she becomes a mother. So women do lose their value when they become moms. Dads don't, because theirs is not based on the physicality or the rest of it. They say whether it be the father's mother getting stuck in, whether it's the father's sister stepping in, whether it be a teacher, of which there are many options, mainly because female teachers greatly outnumber male teachers, whether it be all of the latter and more, the options available to men are just more prevalent, willing, and accessible. This matters because there's simply no escaping it. Children benefit greatly from having an equal number of positive male and female influences in their lives, yet women struggle more to create this world for their children after breaking up than men. Many struggle to create this world even when they're still with their men. And if you do think about this, like if you're a strong father, good strong family, or a good strong male role model at home, and then the kid goes off to school and he's got a female teacher, and then they go off to college and they got a female teacher there and the principal's female and whatever, at least they've got that rock at the house. Where kids, there's no male role models in a kid's life that has a female mother that has a mother at home, because the teacher's also a female and the counselor is also a woman, and they just don't have that male role model. They say this puts mothers at a disadvantage compared to fathers. They say here's why not only do single mothers struggle to find positive influences in the wider world, they struggle to find them in romantic world as well. This is because women are far happier to take on a man with children than men are to take on a woman with children. That's what I just said. Now, ironically, I have not read all the way through this, because if I read a 15-minute article and then I do a video on a 15-minute article, that's 30 minutes of my time. I got crap to do. I only read the beginning of this. But yeah, that makes sense. That's what I'm saying. She says, I would even go so far as saying women often find men with children more attractive than their childless counterparts. She says, I know I always have, whereas men typically find women with children less attractive. Not just that, biology also plays a part. Mothers, through their actions, tend to teach their sons to aspire for unconditional love from a partner, but it is hard to get that if the partner already has a child. Fathers, on the other hand, tend to, through their actions, teach their daughters to aspire for a partner who takes on responsibility. A man with a child tends to prove he is such a man. Yep, biology screws single mothers in love, but it gives single fathers a boost. Right. And again, that boils down to most men are going to teach their sons, hey, you want to be a good man. This is what my father taught me. Be a good man, be a strong man, be a responsible man, make sure she's happy, make sure that you take care of her and you do the right thing by her, and she should do the same for you. That was like where women are, and I know this from girlfriends, I know this from reading posts online, women want the roughneck bad boy, but they also want him to be Prince Charming. But they also want him to be Hugh Hefner. But they also want him to be Henry Cavill. But they also want it, like, they want it all. And that's unrealistic. But women will teach that to their daughters, where men will be like, hey, you need a man that's not going to take advantage of you. You don't let him touch you in your no-no square until date 4, and you make sure he really is going to, and I want to meet him, and I want to see what's up. That's protecting the women, where moms are like, you do you, honey, and you go, boss girl. I'm not going to pour down the rest of this because, as you can see, there is a lot to this. This is on medium.com. So if you want to see it, at medium.com, you can just do a web search for it. Single father households do better. That's how I found it. So there you go. And this is some of the studies that they actually have the statistics here. I did follow up.